right, House of Payne fans. I'm doing my review. I believe this is a lot earlier than it was last week. I passed out like at 7:30, woke up at 3:30, and I got a couple messages. Some people were telling me, Jeremy, House of Payne was better this week than last week, and I feel like the show's getting better. So I did what I did last week. I went online, I watched it at double speed because again, even at double speed, not only do I not miss anything, but I finished the episodes in half the time. I was done in like 22 minutes or so. I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think I can, but I know that some people want my thoughts whenever Miranda comes back. According to well, the preview shows Calvin talking about the whole Miranda thing, but I don't know if we'll actually see her because last week in the preview, they showed Miranda talking with Ella in the backyard, but she wasn't in these episodes. So the video I did about CJ, Jasmine, and Miranda coming this week were incorrect. I got 2 out of 3 though, but let me just talk about these episodes real quick, and I promise I won't keep you long because there is much to talk about. Go ahead and like the video. Let's try to get to 50 likes. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Go down to the description box and follow me on social media. Links are down there. And when you hit the bell icon beside subscribe, hit all, that way you're notified whenever I post new content to the channel. We're looking at 2 episodes here. Episode 3, By Your Side. Episode 4, The Old People Game. Let me just say this much. Let me talk about the positives first, because I do have a few positives, but way more negatives, all right? Number 1, it was great to see CJ back. I think there was like an audit. Well, I know it was fake audience reaction, but CJ coming back, I feel like if there was a live studio audience, people would have gone crazy regardless. His chemistry with Janine, still there. I love those two together. Great. Even though I'm not a person who indulges in the healthy gluten-free food myself, I think it is a great thing to show about Janine, where it's like, yeah, as some people get older, they change their diets to be more healthier, even though their kids don't like it. I think that was a nice nod. There were little nods here and there between both episodes about the relevancy of certain things in our culture today, such as I'm going to jump ahead to episode 4. Jasmine saying, hey, we're all in college, which is good to confirm that Jasmine is in college. That's great. It's not uncommon for people to not be abstinent, to have babies, because things weren't done the way they were 15, 20 years ago. Hell, not even 10 years ago. So the relevancy of certain things are being brought up, and I like that. Then we go to the second episode. Trust and believe, I really want to talk about the CJ and Janine thing being okay with the baby. Trust me, I have a lot to say about that. The second episode, it was great to see Jasmine and Janine in that scene together, just because it wasn't just, mother and daughter having a scene together. I really feel like it was China and Demetria really happy to be on set together again after so long, and just seeing that Janine is looking at Jasmine at eye level because she's grown so much. I love that scene, but I didn't love that scene. What I mean by that is it just, say it with me now, it dragged on far too long. Do I even need to mention the laugh track anymore? I feel like everyone does that for me. I mean, I might sprinkle it in here and there, but there really is no need of saying it because everybody has been, I've been looking at Twitter and the YouTube comments on people who post the episodes, and I really do feel like the laugh track is just pointless because there's just so much of it. And I'm like, I only laughed, I think, maybe once or twice in the first episode, or episode 3, By Your Side, because when CJ and Janine were like, we support you, Kurt's like, this some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, that was funny. And then also when he was like, see, this what you get. See, this what you get. Because God, I've been asking God to get back at you for everything you put me through. And I'm like, I like that nod to the original series continuity, because CJ and Janine put Curtis through a lot. I mean, Curtis and Ella through a lot, from, moving in, and then the Janine drug problem and everything. And then they helped. So, yeah, I know how I said that I'm not a big fan of how some people are happily awaiting your downfall, but I honestly thought it was pretty damn funny. But I did like how CJ and Janine recognized, and that's what most parents need to do. It's like, we're chastising our child or we want to, but at the same time, when we got together, we weren't perfect either, but we made it through because we had a good support system. And I feel like if there were more supportive family units, there would be better children raised today. However, that doesn't excuse young people going out and making reckless choices, because like they said, once you raise a child and they move on to what it be college or they get their own place, that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, they're still your child. You still love them and you still feel some sort of responsibility for them. But at the end of the day, you did the best you could. And what they do after they leave your home is pretty much on them, but also somewhat a reflection of how you raised them. But however, at the end of the day, their life is their life. Although the whole moving back in thing, yeah, that's a bit much, but then again, that is not uncommon either, because think about it, people my generation, whenever they graduate school, they move back in because, let's say, they couldn't get an apartment, they couldn't get into the job market with a good job, student loan debt, so they don't have good credit, and there are so many factors that lead to children moving back in with their parents. I just hate that aspect, given the fact that CJ and Janine, I'm guessing Jasmine lives there. I mean, because nobody seems surprised that Jasmine was at home. So is she going to like a local college and just, is she home for the weekend or something? Because they were pretty adamant on making it clear that, hey, Malik is supposed to be in college. What's going on? I don't know. Then you also look at the fact that they also have the twins there. So I just feel like that's a bit much. It's like, come on, Malik. And not to mention she's a stripper too. Oh, well. Okay, so overall, the good stuff was Curtis had some funny bits in this first episode. The CJ and Janine chemistry was good. I like the fact that they support their son. And we'll just have to wait and see how things play out. But the second episode, aside from just seeing Jasmine and Janine interacting, and even her and Ella interacting, just the first moments of, hey, how you doing? You looking good? The episode was a drag because, Jasmine is all up in somebody else's business. Oh, Malik, y'all should have taught him better. But when somebody confronts her about, are you being pressured into having sex, she wants to go mute mouth. And then that was pretty much it. But that's pretty much all the good. So in terms of scores, because last week I didn't score, By Your Side, I begrudgingly give it a 4 out of 10. Just because of the fact that the 4 things I like. Curtis did some bullshit that made me laugh. Seeing CJ again, the CJ and Janine chemistry, and them being on their son's side. So right there, I give it a 4 out of 10. The second episode, the Old People Game, very, very, very low 2 out of 10. Let me just sum it up in terms of the bad, because I feel like this is nothing we don't already know. Overused laugh track, repetitive dialogue. By Your Side, it took 10 flipping minutes for there to be, I'm having a baby. Did we really need 10 minutes of that? First of all, I never had an avocado, but apparently they're super good. All my friends are like, you should try one. I got like 2 pairs of avocado socks, but I never tried one. I never even held one, so I don't know. But I just feel like we're getting way too much stale, repetitive dialogue, and I don't know how much longer I can hang in there. I just don't. Because if you haven't watched the show, let me just tell you what happened again real quick. I can give you like a less than 2-minute recap. In the first episode, By Your Side, Malik tells his parents that he's having a child with Lisa. His parents kind of freak out, but then they're relatively level-headed about it because of the fact that, we can't be that hard on them, given the fact that, hey, we didn't have it all together when we got married and had a child, and then we turned out okay because we had a good support system and Aunt, Ella and Uncle Curtis. So let's be that for our son. And then all that goes well, but then here's the curveball. Hey, Malik and the stripper are moving in. Next episode, Jasmine finds out through a back and forth random, I don't know. It was just back and forth dialogue. Ella let it slip that Malik is pregnant. Jasmine's like, And then on top of that, I'm seeing or getting to know the pastor's son who is possibly, kind of hinting or pressuring me into having sex and I'm not ready. That's the end of the episode. That's literally all that's happening. So I'll do a separate video about my thoughts on the series so far. I know it's a bit early, but Miranda's the only character we haven't seen yet, but I don't even think that her reappearance can save the show. But all I have to say is, yeah, I get the first episode of 4 and the second episode of 2. I'm on Twitter now, and I'm looking at tweets, so people are like, it's beyond bad, I can't watch it. The old House of Payne had writers, and you can clearly see the difference. What's up with repetitive dialogue? They didn't used to be doing this. It's just ridiculous. But let me know what your thoughts are. And look, I was reading comments on the assisted living in House of Pain videos I did last week. Some people were like, well, don't attack me. I liked it. Look, this is a free space. I'm voicing my own thoughts, opinions, and whatnot. If you disagree, by all means, tell me why in the comment section below. And for everybody who does agree with me, no need to attack anyone who likes the show. Let me say this much. I enjoy seeing all the older characters. When I say older, I mean the OG cast together again. It's great to see them. But in terms of this new style of writing and format, it does not fit. It's just a spit in the face to the original show, in my opinion. But oh well. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. And as always, if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And House of Pain, my gosh, come on now. Y'all can do better than this.